News at 6 starts right now.
Breaking news you need to hear coming out of Genesee Township. Customers may have purchased an explosive combination after a mix-up at a local gas station. The Genesee Township Police Department warning customers who bought kerosene from the Admiral gas station located at 1075 North Genesee Road.
Police discovered the kerosene pump was mistakenly mixed with gasoline. Brenner Oil Company issued a statement encouraging anyone who bought kerosene at the station to bring it back for reimbursement. The company asked that customers who purchased the kerosene do not use it as it could cause an explosion and serious injury. The sales happened between 9 a.m. and noon today. Well, we saw a couple of inches of snow in the last 24 hours.
And we can expect more snow showers on and off this evening. We saw it in the video that was just recently captured at that Admiral station.
We did, and you are taking a live look right now at our Saginaw Skynet cam. There were several accidents here just moments ago. They just cleared the scene. This is I-675. There were accidents on the northbound side. We're also getting word of accidents on 475 in Genesee County. So just be safe if you're headed out there this afternoon as the snow continues to fall. Now let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Jamie Cagle.
Well, good evening, Mid-Michigan. Yes, tallying up 1, 2, maybe even close to 3 inches of snow when all is said and done. Wasn't supposed to be a big snowmaker, but it does enough to make the road slick. These are some of the numbers that we have right now for Flint. 2.3 inches, Lapeer just over an inch, Owasso though at 2.5. Corunna at 2.2, Chesaning 1.8. Saginaw saw about an inch, but still seeing it coming down right now. And as we take a look outside, we still have just a little more snowfall to get through, and then we should see things rather quiet for the night. There's storm ready Doppler radar showing those showers still pushing to the east at this time. Visibility's not terrible, but certainly making it tough to see down the road at beyond a mile in some places like Saginaw, Flint, Bay City, and Midland. And the numbers very steady right up around that upper 20, low 30 mark. That's about where we stay. We'll start to see the clouds breaking apart as we get into the overnight hours, and we'll have those mostly cloudy skies for a time. Mid-20s expected overnight. We'll talk about some dropping temperatures in the 7-day forecast and then when we might see some rain.
New information on a deadly accident we first told you about on Fox 66 Mornings. It happened in Atlas Township on N15 at Horton Road. The Genesee County Sheriff says the northbound driver crossed over the center line due to icy conditions and struck a southbound driver. The northbound driver, a 21-year-old Ortonville resident, died at the scene. The other driver is at a local hospital in serious but stable condition. The crash is under investigation.
We are getting our first look at the 2 men accused of a double homicide in the parking lot of an Owasso Walmart. 31-year-old Otis Smith and 23-year-old Anthony Holloway were arraigned by video today from the Shiawassee County Jail in Corunna. The Grand Rapids men face charges including felony murder, armed robbery, and conspiracy. Both are behind bars without bond. Now, police say 31-year-old Joseph Carson and 39-year-old Anthony Hammond of Flint were found Friday afternoon after what was supposed to be a business deal meeting set up through Craigslist. The two Flint men went to the Walmart, police say, to sell marijuana, but instead were robbed and shot to death. Crime Stoppers looking for a suspect wanted on felony warrants. Charles Edward Miles is wanted for delivery of scheduled drugs, probation violation, and resisting arrest. You see his picture right here on the screen. 33-year-old is 6 foot tall and 220 pounds. A cash reward of up to $1,000 is being offered for information leading to his arrest. If you know where he is, pick up the phone and call Crime Stoppers. Your tips can be anonymous.
A civil rights group from Michigan is suing on behalf of U.S. green card holders objecting to President Trump's order temporarily banning refugees and immigrants from 7 mostly Muslim countries. The Arab American Civil Rights League argues in the suit filed today in Detroit's U.S. District Court that the executive action is unconstitutional and targets immigrant communities. It represents about a half dozen legal permanent residents, some of whom have been turned away from U.S.-bound planes, most in the Detroit area. Meantime, people continue to protest the president's executive order on immigration that includes at Central Michigan University. NBC25 Stephanie Parkinson caught up with the CMU Muslim Association.
Go ahead. hundreds of students gathering at Central Michigan University. Together, this group is trying to show their disapproval of President Trump's executive order on immigration. These students, Muslim and Christian, came together in unity on campus. Together, they're marching with signs and chanting. They all urge the Trump administration to stop enforcing these new immigration bans. The protesters argue this is a ban on Muslims, and they say it's not making America safe again. This group feels it's going against American values and what the land of the free stands for.
Syria, a country run by a madman tyrant, killing and castrating his own people who are now hungry, cold, and defenseless refugees, asking the world for help.
Coming up tonight at 10 on Fox 66, I talk with a man who just arrived a week ago from Iran, and he talks about his personal experience and his fears in the wake of this immigration order. For now, in Mount Pleasant, Stephanie Parkinson, NBC25 News.
Governor Snyder released a statement regarding the travel ban today, saying he supports safe and secure borders and knows firsthand the strong economic and entrepreneurial culture that has developed in Michigan. He went on to say Michigan has been one of the most welcoming states for legal immigration and properly vetted refugees. Snyder plans to review the security processes and procedures so he can understand how they might affect people in Michigan.
Betsy DeVos is one step closer to being confirmed as U.S. Secretary of Education. Now, this afternoon, a Senate committee approved DeVos's nomination, and her confirmation will soon be taken up by the full U.S. Senate. Our political reporter Nick Minock joins us now. And Nick, DeVos is receiving skepticism from a lot of Democrats and even some Republicans.
Yeah, Sadie, that's right. There's at least 2 U.S. Republican senators who aren't fully on board for Betsy DeVos for Secretary of Education right now. And also tonight, there are Democrats who are still trying to do everything they can to prevent Betsy DeVos's path to confirmation.
U.S. senators voted 12-11 to approve the nomination of Betsy DeVos, but by some accounts, her confirmation is up in the air in the full U.S. Senate. The Michigan Education Association has major concerns about the Michigan native.
She lacks qualifications. She never taught in a public school. She has no background or education in public schools, didn't send her kids to public school, never sat on a school board. She truly has no experience in public schools.
Tonight, Michigan Lieutenant Governor Brian Calley put his full weight behind DeVos.
So I am supportive of her nomination. At the end of the day, I've known her for a long time, and all these things that people are saying about what she believes and doesn't believe and care about in social media, it's just not true. I know her personally. I've talked with her personally long before this.
Governor Rick Snyder telling us more Michiganders in Trump's administration is a good thing.
They have federal responsibilities, national responsibilities, but they have the Michigan background. They understand where we're coming from, and quite often they can talk about the successes here and be a good ambassador for our state.
While top Michigan Republicans back the Republican billionaire donor, hundreds of protesters are lining up outside senators' offices in an effort to block DeVos's confirmation. Though the MEA is concerned about DeVos, they do say they will consider working with her if her agenda focuses on promoting public schools.
Now, the MEA also told me tonight that if Betsy DeVos uses her cabinet position to push taxpayer vouchers for private or religious schools, they will fight her every step of the way. In Lansing tonight, Nick Minock, NBC25 News.
People in Genesee County will be deciding if they want to pay more to fund the county 911 emergency call system. The Genesee County Board of Commissioners unanimously approved placing an increase in the surcharge fee on the May 2nd ballot. Currently, the fee is $1.24 a month, but if the proposal is passed, people who have a landline, cell phone, or voice over the internet service would be charged $1.86 or an additional 62 cents a month. That money helps pay the overall operating costs, including maintenance and equipment.
Nearly 600 Michigan police officers have died in the line of duty. To honor those who sacrificed their lives, the Michigan Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Monument Fund is working to build a touching tribute. Delta Dental of Michigan wrote a $100,000 check for the construction of the future monument. The monument will be built in Lansing and will be composed of glass panels engraved with the names of the fallen officers.
Send our loved ones to work with body armor, tasers, and guns. and pray that they'll return home to us safely. Nearly 600 officers never came home. One of them was my husband.
It will cost $3 million to build the monument. So far, the Monument Fund has raised about 78% of the funds needed for the monument's construction.
A small plane that was being used to help inspect pipelines had engine trouble and was forced to make an emergency landing on a Midland County roadway yesterday. A viewer in Mills Township posted this photo, the one you just saw, on the burst section of our website yesterday, saying there is literally an airplane in my road. Now, the Sheriff's Department says the plane, piloted by a 52-year-old Millington man, took off from Jack Barstow Municipal Airport in Midland County with a 38-year-old Clareman as the co-pilot.
There's really not a protocol for it. What we obviously want to see is no injuries and no property damage. This was unique because it wasn't actually a crash. The pilot was able to skillfully land the plane on Jefferson Road.
No one was injured and no damage was reported to the plane after it landed on the roadway. The plane was towed back to the airport for inspection.
Well, it's here. The flu bug has definitely arrived.
You hear the advice every year, keep the bug at home, and one local school is taking that advice to heart. Coming up next, NBC25's Bill Harris shows us how a Flushing elementary school is fighting for the health of the entire school student body with a unique approach to squashing the bug. Next.
Well, we've seen a little bit of snow today, 1 to almost 3 inches of it on the ground. Now, I'll let you know when the temperatures will drop after this system moves through and when we actually might warm up and see rain again in mid-Michigan.
You're watching NBC25 News at 6 with Dave Bondi, Sadie Hughes, and Chief Meteorologist Jamie Cagle. You're watching NBC25 News at 6.
The best thing you can do if you develop the flu and it's been a couple days is probably stay home and stay away from others.
And it looks like as if that's exactly what one local elementary school is doing as its staff and students are fighting that bug.
NBC25's Bill Harris in the studio with more. Bill?
Sadie, Dave, this is the culprit, what we've come to know simply as the bug. It can cause cough, fever, chills, aches and pains, sneezing, and just plain feeling miserable. In at least one local school, the bug rules. We're told St. Robert's Catholic School in Flushing canceled classes today due to the number of students who have fallen ill. And by closing their doors, St. Robert's is implementing one of the key recommendations by healthcare professionals to nip the problem in the bud. Keep personal contact to a minimum.
When you cough or sneeze, or talk to somebody in close proximity, droplets can be emitted from their respiratory tract, and if those get into your respiratory tract or on your hands and you touch your mouth or your nose, you can develop the flu infection.
Now, no word yet on whether St. Robert's will be back in session tomorrow or not one, but one staff member telling us this afternoon they were busy today scrubbing down not only the classrooms at St. Robert's, but also the church. Meantime, a spokesman for the Genesee Intermediate School District tells me while he's not aware of any school closures, GISD has stepped up the process of classroom cleaning because of a recent student illness upsike, that is. In the studio, Bill Harris, NBC25 News.
And for more updates on this story and breaking news at your fingertips, download the NBC25 News app. Stay connected while you are on the go.
If you want health insurance through the Affordable Care Act this year, you have about 6 hours left to sign up for coverage. While the political debate about national health care continues and Republicans work to dismantle Obamacare, the bottom line for you is you have until midnight tonight to register or risk being penalized. Health Alliance plan, known as HAP, has extended hours today.
Always on the last days we get the procrastinators and the last minute shoppers. We'll have hundreds of people that will be calling in and making enrollment choices.
HAP is open right now on the corner of Linden and Corona Roads in Flint Township. Representatives will be available to sign people up until midnight.
Now, your certified NBC25 storm ready forecast.
Good evening, Mid-Michigan. Well, we've had a little bit of snow today, 1 to 2, almost 3 inches when all is said and done, and it is making roads a little slippery out there. Do be careful. Here's a live look through our Saginaw Skynet camera, and roads have been wet. I've been checking some of the road cams up and down I-75 through Mid-Michigan. It's been looking wet all day long. Some of the secondary roads are going to have a little snow on it, maybe a little slushiness, so do be careful. 29 right now in Saginaw, still a few light flurries. You can probably just barely see them in the camera there. Southwest wind at 13, making it feel like 19 degrees outside though. And as we take a look at the satellite and the radar, again, the bulk of the snowfall is starting to cross I-75, getting into the thumb. We still have the snowfall across the northern half of the area. The heaviest of it though is going to be found in the thumb, and then as you move closer to Gaylord and get up towards Mackinac at this time, but you may still find a very light flurry around the area. No advisories to speak of for us right now, and things are beginning to wind down. The system though is still moving through the area, is going to be moving to the east, and eventually a cold front comes through. It looks like it'll be late tomorrow night, getting into Thursday morning. Northwest winds behind that will push the temperatures down. We have a cool down coming up. In the meantime, the last of the snow moves through. We get to about 10 o'clock and looking like things will be pretty much done around here. For tomorrow, actually getting some peaks of sunshine. That'll be nice to see the sun once again. Maybe a partly to mostly cloudy sky. A couple of afternoon light showers come through. Accumulation is not expected to be much of anything, but you'll notice a few flurries in the area. And when you take a look at the 7-day forecast, there's that temperature drop. We're going to hit about 21 degrees on Thursday, even some light snow on that day. It looks like Friday, we're talking mainly dry conditions around here. Overnight lows are getting down into those low teens, but only getting into those low 20s for a while. But never fear, winter will disappear in that 7-day forecast as we go right into the 30s. And why stop there? Let's get to the 40s, shall we?
Woo!
So some low 40s on the way, some rain showers on the way. They'll start Monday night and they'll continue through Tuesday.
I thought you were going to rhyme again.
I
That was pretty
loved
cool.
it. Never fear, winter will disappear.
You'll have
Every
to,
once in a while, my inner Dr. Seuss comes out.
It was nice. Jamie, you're great at that.
You are great. Thank you, Jamie.
You're very welcome.
Yes, you made our day. Well, the snow is finally making its way. It's to mid-Michigan, as Jamie just told us, and we want your pictures. Share your weather photos with NBC25. Show us how you are enjoying the snowfall by sending us videos and photos. Download our NBC25 News app and click on See It, Send It to submit your pictures.
And once you're done with that, start preparing for warmer weather.
That would be nice as well, yes. Preparing for those opportunities it will bring next on NBC25 News at 6. We'll show you why one local university has its students thinking of more than summer vacation in the months ahead. How they're getting their students to become career-minded even during summer break. We will be right back. This weekend, NBC25's Ahmed Baji and other members of the team will be taking the plunge.
Not that plunge, the polar plunge is the plunge we're talking about. And we would like to welcome you to join us Saturday at Lake Fenton to support Ahmed and all the members of our team. And if you can't make it in person, you can head to our website to donate. Ahmed is jumping to support the Special Olympics. For more information, go to NBC25news.com and go to the features tab. I really think people should get online and suggest on what Ahmed should wear to do the polar plunge, because the whole thing behind it is what kind of cool, crazy outfit you wear when you jump in the water.
Maybe a Speedo.
Maybe a Speedo for Ahmed. Yeah, there you go. Or swim trunks. If you're going to polar plunge, you might as well wear a
maybe I'll get out there.
Of some variety. Yes, Dave, you should.
You never know. Okay.
That's a good idea.
Really cool.
Well, the snow may be falling, but one local college is already thinking of summer. Today, recruiters were at Saginaw Valley State University to get students ready for their summer internships. The college hosted 103 companies to meet with students. They prefer to meet with their students face-to-face to find the right fit to represent their companies.
We have all class standings, freshman to senior level, and they're looking for, when they go back home in the summer months, employment opportunities to increase their professional development.
If you missed today's employment fair, don't worry, the next one will be Friday, March 31st.
And here's a look at the stories trending right now on NBC25news.com. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Nightly news also with a look at a historic reversal by the Boy Scouts of America, which will now allow transgendered scouts to join. That story straight ahead.
Donald Trump will announce his pick for the Supreme Court at 8 o'clock tonight. You can watch the announcement right here on NBC25. Nightly News has a look at Trump's possible candidates straight ahead.
Well, be careful out there. We've seen some accidents on 675. Someone just posted their Genesee County 911 has over a dozen accidents in Genesee County. Just slow down.
It does not take much to make those roads slippery out there. And again, 1 to 2 inches, upwards of 3 in a few spots is all we've had. This isn't a big snow event, but it's enough to really kind of put a damper on travel conditions right now. So do be careful. Much of this comes to an end around 9 or 10 o'clock, but still there's the cleanup that has to follow with that, and you can see the temperatures will be dropping later this week and then rebounding, climbing another 20 degrees with some rain. Why not?
We want sun.
I do. I miss the sun. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's Michigan, though.
It is.
It is.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.